Coming up on today's show, I'll give you your last two Super Bowl props, and I've got 4 NBA player props for you tonight. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on the Thursday edition here of Winning Bets, where we give out 4 free sports picks every single day. Let's go ahead and recap yesterday. Yesterday was certainly profitable. We went 5-1 and plus 3.39 units on the day. You guys remember we started off with a nice 3-0 sweep in soccer. We had that nice Manchester City to win 2-0. In fact, not only do they, keep a clean sheet, Burnley didn't even get a shot on goal. They only had 2 shots in the entire game, just a complete domination by Manchester City. Then we got another cash. We did both teams to score, and over 2.5 in Leeds versus Everton. That was a nice easy cash. And then we did a nice Aston Villa versus West Ham, both teams to score. And then we parlayed that with over 1.5 goals in the Fulham versus Leicester game. And of course, that one cashed as well to give us a good 3-0 sweep to our day. Enjoyed hanging out on YouTube with you guys. We jumped on there for about the last 20 minutes of the Liverpool-Brighton game. And then obviously while we were watching that game on the television, we were streaming and keeping an eye on that Aston Villa West Ham scoreline there. By the time we jumped on, Aston Villa didn't have a goal, and that's what we were kind of hanging out on YouTube live there, enjoying that nice sweat there. And of course, Aston Villa came through and got a nice goal for us there again to give us a nice sweep though on the day. So just a great day in soccer overall. Again, enjoyed hanging out on YouTube. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Carried the winnings on into nighttime. We did a player prop. We did Gordon Hayward over 21.5 points. That cashed late in the fourth quarter. I mean, that just looked like throughout the day, or throughout the night, it looked like it wasn't going to cash. And then he caught a little bit fire there in the third quarter, and then he came through in the fourth quarter. I think with about maybe 2 minutes to go, he ended up getting a layup there to secure his 22nd point of the night. So just a nice cash there by Gordon Hayward. And then we also got another cash, which was the Clint Capella double-double and the DeAndre Ayton double-double parlay there. That one cashed. Capella, as I sent out the tweet, if you were watching that game, you were sweating like me, losing weight as every second ticked off that clock. He got subbed with about 4 minutes to go in the game, and I thought for sure he wasn't going to come back just because based on the score, Atlanta, was around about a 10-point deficit at that point, so I just didn't see him coming back in that game, but he came back in the game, and not only did he get it, but he got it in dramatic fashion with a nice dunk there, so my man got it with under a minute to play to get his 10 points. Just unreal to get that. And then DeAndre Ayton got his relatively easy. I mean, he had, I think it was 9 points at halftime and 8 rebounds, if I recall correctly. So got his double-double easy. So just a good one there. The only trip up of the day was that teaser parlay we did. We did Bucks minus 2.5. We did Hornets plus 14.5. Those two were both successful. We lost the Suns plus 9.5. Suns got blown out. I think that was a surprise of pretty much everybody out there that follows basketball, that the Suns just got absolutely blown out by 22 points. Nobody saw that one coming. But again, on the day, 5-1 and plus 3.39 units. I went ahead, though, and broke it out. I'm obviously always honest and transparent. You guys know how I do the Fox Bet Super 6 parlay and the NBC Sports Predictor parlay. So I do have to obviously subtract that from my total. I lost both of those. So to me personally on the day, and if you also followed that 2 bets, it was still a profitable day. Just under 3 units at plus 2.99 units. And of course, that continues our really great week that we're having. We're now positive on the week at plus 7.16 units. Congratulations everybody out there that's been following along and putting the money in their pocket. We did have 2 free giveaway bets on yesterday's show. You guys remember the one is the free giveaway bet that we've been doing here every single day. That one was tied to the double-double parlay of Capella and DeAndre Ayton. That one cashed, obviously, so somebody on today's show's getting hooked up with $19. Then the other one was using the free $5 bet that I got from DraftKings. Took 3 teams in League One to both teams to score. Not sure if the third team got both teams to score because the second team did not get both teams to score, and I stopped paying attention. But you know what? I'm in a good mood, and I'm going to go ahead and give away that money anyways. I'm in a giving mood. You guys are great. You guys I always mention how great the support is, so I'm going to go ahead and give it away anyways. I know there's a lot of you that are trying to get in that daily free contest, and I want you to get into it too, but I'm not going to open that period up until, I don't want to say it because I don't want to wish bad luck on that free giveaway, but whatever the opposite of what is making us draw a name out of that hat. When that happens, then I'll open up that entry period for a free 24 hours, and you guys can go ahead and comment on the video. So if you understand what I'm saying, again, I don't want to wish bad luck on that free giveaway and everybody who's in that hat, but when we're unable to, then we'll open up the period. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying there. So, all right, let's do it. Let's go. So I've already got the names in the hat from the daily free giveaway. So we'll go ahead and draw that one out first. That's the one for $19 to our Clint Capella and DeAndre Ayton double-double. Woo, what a sweat. What a sweat that was, man. That's gambling, though. That is gambling. All right, we'll draw a name out of here. Let's see who we got here. Let's see who we got. We've got Brian H. Brian H., come on down. You know the deal by now. All you have to do is hit me up on Twitter. Go ahead and drop me a DM with your PayPal information, and I'll go ahead and send it over to you. All right, now I'll put Brian back in the stack because everybody's been going back in the hat. So I'll put those names over here off to the side. I will pick up everybody who commented on the video yesterday to enter. Your name is now going in the hat. So everybody's in here now. So I will draw a name out of here for the $28. Even though League One didn't hit, you know what? Like I said, I'm in a giving mood to the best fans in the world. And I know you guys are trying to get in that daily free contest. I want you to get into it, but we just gotta go through the process and get you in there when the time's permitted. It'll be soon. I mean, I've been on fire with those free giveaway bets, but let's see. All right, here we go. Somebody's getting hooked up with $28. Here we go. Let's see who it is. It's gonna be. Oh, and then in the names here. Once again, we don't have like two Johns or two Chris's that submit entries. We'd have two Jeffreys. There's a Jeffrey B in here and a Jeffrey P in here. Otherwise, if you hear your name and you know you comment on the video, then you're the winner. All right, that being said, let's get after it. Somebody wants to win the money. Here we go. We have Jay Ortiz. Jay Ortiz, you're the winner of the $28. Like my man Brian H., all you have to do is hit me up on Twitter, send me that DM, drop me that PayPal information, and I'll go ahead and get you guys that $28 there for you. All right, let's see. All right, let's roll on now to the Super Bowl prop bets. These are going to be the last two I'm going to go ahead and give for you. We've been talking about offenses in the Super Bowl, and we put in a lot of props so far around offensive players. Let's give the defense some love. Yeah, there's defensive props out there, and I put in the time, researching defensive players, and there's one that I fell in love with. This number seems extremely low based on the production of this player. It's Tyrann Mathieu. In 2 postseason games already, he has 13 tackles. We know he's just an absolute bona fide playmaker. He's a guy that obviously the Chiefs want to get around the ball because his instincts are really good. And again, he's just an outstanding playmaker. So his over/under for tackles and assists. So he doesn't have to make the full-on tackle. If he just gets an assist, that counts. So my man just needs to contribute on some tackles. Is at 4.5. 4.5, and he's had 13 tackles in 2 games. Again, you're getting one of the absolute stars on that defensive side of the ball for the Chiefs. So I love this one. It's Tyrann Mathieu over 4.5 tackles and assists, and that comes in at -130 over a points bet. He's going to be down in the box, stuffing the run. He's going to be on the slot receiver at times. He's obviously the safety, so he can help out on tackles on like a Mike Evans if he wants to go deep. Like I said, he doesn't need to make the full-on tackle, just get an assist. So at 4.5, whoa, I love that. So let's go Tyrann Mathieu. Get around the ball and make some plays. All right, and then the next bet I want to get for you here is let's go to the Zebras. How about the men and ladies in white and black that'll be officiating this crew? They've got prop bets on them too. The referee for this game is going to be Carl Schiffers, I believe is how you pronounce this name. In 16 games, he's called 11 roughing the passer penalties, so that's 69%. We know that, to be successful in betting, all you need to do is hit 53.8% of your bet. So obviously, if you were to ride this man all season long and cash on 69%, you'd have a tons of money in your profit. He is on the third most roughing the passer penalties of all referees so far this season. Absolutely love this. The bet is will there be a roughing the passer penalty to be called? And that's plus 155. Plus 155 over a FanDuel. I mean, I wouldn't have made this bet if it was, minus 120 or, minus 125. But plus 155 at plus money, you're getting the face of the NFL Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL. Nobody gets paid more money than him. He's in all the commercials that you guys see. You're trying to tell me at some point he's not going to work himself into a penalty? Or how about Tom Brady, the GOAT? He is the GOAT at the quarterback position. You're not trying to tell me he can work the referees for a penalty? And even if not, I mean, the guy just calls the penalties as is. We know how the modern day NFL is officiated. You cannot touch these quarterbacks. So at plus money and at plus 155, I could not shy away with this based on the modern game and just based on this referee and how he calls fouls, throughout the NFL season. So that's the 7th and final NFL prop bet that I've got to give you guys. We'll talk about the game on tomorrow's show. We'll just kind of just talk about it in generality, and I'll, tell you who I think is going to win the game. Again, I'm not putting any money on that prediction or that bet, and I'll also reveal the poll. Well, there's a poll that I've got on my community page where I've kind of just taken a pulse of all you guys out there to see who you think is going to win the game. So we'll go ahead and reveal those results there on tomorrow's show. It'll be cool talking about that game from just the, kind of, it's fun when you can just kind of talk about it without any real money on it. So I think that'll be a fun little conversation we'll have tomorrow on the game. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys some NBA player props tonight. Let's continue what we're doing here on this show. We've got the Nuggets and Lakers going on at it tonight. The Nuggets for small forwards so far this season, Nuggets for small forwards, are near the bottom of the league in points allowed and near the bottom of the league in field goal percentage allowed at 54.5 percentage points allowed. If you look at the Lakers versus small forwards, this is how the Lakers are defending small forwards. They're first in points allowed. They're eighth. Eighth in field goal percentage allowed at 24.3. So you've got a Nuggets team that is letting small forwards eat, and you got a Lakers team that is not letting small forwards eat. Who is the small forward for the Lakers? Oh, only the best player in the whole NBA, LeBron James. Yeah, based on these stats, I will gladly take the best player in the NBA to go over his point total, which is 24.5 points. He's hit that in 11 of 24 games, so you're basically talking, a 50-50 proposition, which is, really what sports betting really is, because these bookmakers are odd, right? He averages 25 points per game. There's a reason they have that at 24.5. We got lucky, and I mentioned that on yesterday's show, when we had Gordon Hayward averaging 23, but they set his number at 21.5. You just don't find that. You find the number set at whatever the player's average is. So you get the best player in basketball. You get, him hitting his average, and you get the Nuggets struggles versus small forwards. Absolutely love that. You get the Lakers coming off 2 games, not 2 games. You get the Lakers coming off 2 days rest. He's going to have a bounce in his step. He's going to be ready to go and get after it. He's going to be feeling good. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, ride LeBron James over 24.5 points. But why not go ahead and fade the Nuggets small forward? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to fade Will Barton, and his is under 12.5 points. So go ahead and fade Will Barton under 12.5 points, and you can find that bet over at FanDuel. Last season, the Nuggets and Lakers played twice, but only one of the games was LeBron involved, and he missed the second game. In that game that they played in, LeBron had 25 points, so we would get a nice cash tonight. And Will Barton had 5 points. He had 5 points. Yeah, LeBron is a beast on both ends of the court. So based on, how these teams are defending, the small forwards so far on the season, got no problem backing the best player in the NBA to help me out on both sides of the court. All right, let's now move over to the Warriors versus Mavericks game, another game that I just really liked. So to set the table here, from a Warriors perspective, I don't know if you heard the news, but Looney, he's now going to be out due to injury, and Wiseman is already out due to injury. So you heard Steve Kerr say last night that Draymond Green is going to be playing some at the 5 position, which is the center spot. He's not going to be playing there exclusively, but he's going to get a good run at the 5 spot because, Kerr just said they're banged up right now with, big bodies or the lack of big bodies. So I'm going to go ahead and fade Draymond Green here. We already like fading Draymond Green to begin with. I've got no problem fading him in this spot. Let's look at Draymond Green here for a second. Draymond Green is 6'6". So Steve Kerr is going to put him at the center position. He's going to go up against 7-foot Willie Cauley-Stein. He's giving up a lot of height right there to Willie Cauley-Stein. He's going to have a tough matchup when he's at the center spot. Okay, don't put him at the center spot. Leave him at his power forward spot and go up against 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, just Draymond is going to, at least on paper, this just says that he's going to have an absolute tough tough matchup here going up against, these really big guys that, are going to be facing him on the defensive end. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and fade Draymond. We got scared off last game, but because it was at 6.5 points, it's now back at 7.5 points. I understand why it's at 7.5 points. He logged the most minutes last game that he had played in all season long. And, due to, I think, these injuries, maybe the bookmakers think he's going to have an uptick in performance. But I just don't see it going up against those players with those height advantage. So I'm going to fade Draymond Green. It's under 7.5 points. And you can find that at minus 120 over at FanDuel. And then also, after I made that bet, I was like, man, I wonder what his points, rebounds, and assists is. Well, that's all the way up to 21.5. So I went ahead and doubled down on that. I would have, if you're only going to do two, or if you're only going to do one of these two bets, I would just do the points, rebounds, and assists. He could always have a halfway decent night and, get to 8 points. I mean, 7.5 is pretty low. We've gotten it to cash, but, I mean, it's a really, really nervous watch when you got that low of a number at the bar set, that player. So if you're only going to do one of these, I would lean doing the over or the under 21.5 points. I've got them both at, so, I'm riding them both. And that one's at minus 106 over at FanDuel. And to back up my thought process of doing the points, totals, rebounds, and assists, that is the free giveaway. So if that bet hits tonight, we'll give away some more money on tomorrow's show to one of the people in the hat. All right, that's how we're going to do it, guys. That's what we'll roll out. We'll roll out those 4 NBA player props tonight. Those are your last 2 of your completion of your 7 Super Bowl props. We'll kind of recap them also tomorrow for you guys. So if you have missed them along the way, we'll go ahead and recap those tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, enjoy your day. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's show.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.